Joining us this morning is the Executive Director of the Crawford Heritage Community Foundation. It's Mr. Christian Maher. Bless you. How's it going?
Might have burped there.
Oh, okay. Well, good to see you this morning.
It's going well. It looks like we might have thunder snow in the forecast. That's always my favorite meteorological event. Such a rarity.
Yeah. How did you enjoy the snow earlier this week?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
It was our plow guy wasn't available yet, so that was a rough day.
Boy, we're coming up to Thanksgiving, and
We are.
a lot to be thankful for this year. I know there's been some struggles, but
Lots of giving, lots of thanks.
yeah, and it's not over. You know, a lot of people thinking this time of year, what can I do to help? Or hey, we're getting close to the end of the year. Maybe there's some year-end giving type of things.
Yeah, and I think the government shutdown and the state budget crisis caused people to reflect a little about where they're giving their dollars and try to think about impact. I don't know that what they ended up doing was necessarily maybe the most impactful, but I think people were like, oh, like people are really going to be affected by, the SNAP benefit cuts or something like that. And they tried to investigate things that they could do. I don't know how many people actually followed through on, I think our first response is like, oh, I'll go to the pantry and kind of pull out whatever expired thing might be in there. And I take a dim view of that because, no person who's struggling wants to deal with your toss-outs. I think their cash is usually the better way. Second Harvest Food Bank does a really nice job of running food pantries, and the most impact that they can possibly have is with money. So, I mean, if you really want to make a difference, don't go to your pantry. Find some cash and work with them is my advice. I might be jaded, but that's how I see it.
And then let them do what is needed.
Yeah, because they can leverage those dollars. I mean, they can get way more than you or I could if we just went to the store and bought something at retail. So there's a lot more impact that can be made with those dollars. Luckily, that crisis seems to have been averted. I don't know if SNAP benefits have hit people's cards yet, but anyway, it's food for thought for sure.
Yeah. And again, whether it's somebody who knows what they want to do or somebody who doesn't know, but they're just looking for ideas or maybe a better understanding of how this works.
Yeah.
Calling and sitting down with you is really a good place to start.
Yeah, and I'm maybe today will be my unpopular opinions day, because I do get a lot of folks who the first thing that they think of is, oh, we're going to create a scholarship, and I get that we want to support young people and do things to help them in their careers. And I think at one point a scholarship was a great thing. But nowadays I really do kind of try to get people to think about other ways to have impact. And so a scholarship maybe isn't the best thing. You have 2 kids in college right now.
Yeah.
And so you see those bills. And when you went to college, it's about, what, twice the cost of probably what your education was, if not more?
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. So the scholarships that, we have that started like 50, 80 years ago, like they're not keeping up. Like they're not keeping up with the inflation, the inflationary cost of college. And so we're not having the impact. We're not able to pay as much of a student's education as we used to. But if somebody meets with me and talks to me about it and are deliberate about what impact they really want to have, we can find ways to, for example, support high school students who are taking AP classes who might not have the money to pay for the AP test, which then earns you 3 college credits, which if you go to college, those 3 college credits cost you what? $5,000 or more, maybe. So for a few $100 investment, you can do that, or you can do these dual, I don't know why, but dual enrollment classes for high school students taking college classes are much less expensive than your traditional college class. So we can send, 10 young people to dual enrollment class at Edinburgh or at Allegheny, and the cost would be a portion of what it would be to send them to college. So there are other ways that we can achieve kind of the same results in a different way. So I kind of challenge people to be like a little more deliberate about those things and think about, okay, well, where do I really want to have my impact? Where can we, what can we do that's maybe working a little smarter?
Well, it's crazy. We used to talk too, about, you get a scholarship and that might buy you a book,
Yeah, really.
But
which is nice.
It is.
But there's still a lot of debt that comes
there
along
is.
with that.
And the other part of that, though, is now, at least with the kids and what they're doing, there seems to be less, hey, you have to buy this book, download the book.
Yeah.
So it's changing a little bit. I'm not saying that's the case everywhere,
Yeah.
because professors want to sell their books.
Yeah.
But the digital aspect is coming into play, and I think there's things you can do out there.
Yeah.
I'm not saying cheat the system, but kids are smart and resourceful, and
For sure.
So there's resource. But anyways, things like that are changing, and we haven't even talked about AI getting involved with stuff today. It's incredible. But again, if you have these questions,
give
ask.
us a holler. Yeah. And I'm having a conversation this morning that actually I think we are going to talk about a scholarship, but in this case, I think we're going to talk a little bit more about nursing, which is a little more accessible and a little because we have now Meadville Medical Center has taken over the Sharon School of Nursing. We have a much more reasonably priced way to become a nurse, and we have a huge nursing shortage. So there's need, and the amount of money that we can that we have for those kind of programs can go much further. So that is one area that I wouldn't necessarily tell people, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like that's in the gray area.
we also have one every year, right, that is given to a student that covers their entire.
For Titusville, yeah, 2 students. Well, up to 2 students. One of them is usually a Dover, New Philadelphia, Ohio student as well. So yeah, but it's that's a nice one. Usually for a traditional student. We also do scholarships for people going right into careers and trades. So we buy tools for some of the people who are going into trades. Through our partnership with the National Tooling and Machining Association. And the other, not just nursing, but now there's the dental hygiene program that Titusville is putting on. I didn't know this because this hasn't hit my dentist yet, but there's folks out there whose 6-month cleaning is now 9 or 12 months later.
Yes.
And now they're rebranding. They're like, oh, well, the 6-month is just a recommendation. And I'm just like, oh, okay.
Until it's not.
And I'm like that. So, I mean, I really like my teeth and I want them to stay in my head. So that kind of thing makes me nervous. And it's all because we have a lack of dental hygienists. Because there's no one to train them until now. We've got this great program that's coming in from Pitt, thank God. And so hopefully we can all get back to having 6-month cleanings. And if you didn't know, we are a dentally underserved region already as far as the number of dentists we have. So the more skilled dental professionals we have, the better. This is terrible, but we do make jokes about Crawford County and people having their summer teeth in. So we don't want to see that. We want to see bright, beautiful smiles.
Okay. So, again, maybe that's something that's near and dear to your heart. And
right.
You want to send kids through those programs.
Right. So, like, there's all sorts of. This is the fun and the downside of this job is, like, people are like, oh, well, what can I do? I'm like, literally anything that's charitable. Like, you like dogs, we can do animal shelters. Like, you like kids, we can do daycare programs. It's the there's not much limit except for it has to be a municipality that we can support or a 501c3 charitable nonprofit organization. So that's our limitations.
Okay. And really, it's just a phone call to schedule an appointment, sit down with you and have these conversations. And some things, just so people understand too, some things might come easy where it's like, yeah, we can start that process. We can get going. Yeah. Some of it might be, hey, this is a great idea. Let's really think this through and work it out. And it might take a little bit. Yeah.
And we do we do some more sophisticated things for some people. We have charitable remainder trusts and things like that for people who are typically are higher net worth. So I mean, if you've got closer to $250,000 or more that you want to give, there's ways to create an income stream for a person from those dollars, and so there's some intricate kinds of solutions that help pass money on to children and grandchildren in some cases that will also help a person's tax situation. So if somebody has a situation that they're thinking is really complicated too, that's one especially just to give us a call and we'll figure it out, because we know the attorneys and accountants and bankers who can do all the things.
And by the way, it's okay. It's not a selfish thing to be like, hey, I want to help out. Oh, but it also can benefit.
Yeah. I mean, the IRS has allowed these things for a reason. Like, there's a way to be charitable and to pass wealth on to your children and grandchildren for sure. So especially for a higher net worth individual, that's something worth doing and taking the time to plan out. It's not the kind of thing that when you're 80 you should be like, oh, maybe I should think about this. Like, it's the kind of thing that you should plan earlier in your career.
You're watching The Morning Drill on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Christian Maher with us here this morning from the Crawford Heritage Community Foundation. It looks like Christmas came early for some organizations.
Did we do so?
Were you awarding some grant?
No, so it's Community Foundation Week.
Oh, okay.
So we are reporting on the grants that we've already given.
Nice, okay.
Yeah, so Community Foundation Week started on Wednesday. Why it starts in the middle of the week, I do not know. But we're celebrating 7 days of different grants that we've made, and Georgette from our office has gone out and talked to several of our grantees about the impact of the grants that we've made to them. My favorite project we still have not done, and part of that is the snow, but there was that was the Raising Wonder Foundation and our friend Nicole Gillette, who's a new organization, probably one of the newest nonprofits in Crawford County. We've been out here to Titusville twice to talk to the YMCA and Titusville Area Hospital. I was telling Georgette that we need to go out to Venango because we put money towards a project that DCNR also put money towards to build a nearly $1 million playground, pickleball courts, basketball courts, pavilion, kayak launch in Venango Borough, which if you're a pickleball fan, That pickleball court is amazing.
Wow.
So, and I don't know. Do you know any pickleball people?
Yes.
They are devoted, to
Yes.
say the least. And I think the wait times to use the Venango court are probably the fastest to get on the court in the county. So, but I figure I was telling Georgia, I'm like, come on, we got to go up and play pickleball. I've never played pickleball. I don't know what I'm doing, but I think the visuals would be good.
Bring a camera.
Right. So that really talking about the impact, you know, in Little Venango Borough, that you have this world-class facility that the entire community can enjoy, that people from the surrounding area can enjoy, I think is a great story.
There's so many of those types of stories that you get to encounter, and it's got to be a lot of fun for you to get that phone call or sit down with somebody and say, hey, we're looking to do this. And you're like, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like every year you're learning something new.
Yeah, there's always a kind of a new and fun program. It's like when the county commissioners called a couple years ago and were like, hey, do you have any money to help the scuba team buy a hovercraft? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, a hovercraft? Which I still have not. Also, I have still not been out on the hovercraft. Thinking, you know, we were able to leverage money for this hovercraft that immediately was needed. I mean, you've been here long enough that I'm sure you've seen the news when somebody gets stranded on French Creek, stranded in Pymatuning, ice fisherman falls through the ice. Like, this hovercraft has already.
That was like all in one season, wasn't it?
I think pretty much it usually is. Yeah.
Okay.
Like every year, I think it was last year, we had 3 fishermen stranded on French Creek up near Sagertown. And that was just before the hovercraft. So I think most of the hovercraft training took place like this summer. But like those kind of things that I'm just like, okay, I never would have thought about that as, you know, something that's important and worthwhile to do. But you look at it and you're like, oh, right. Like, we have people who are, you know, sometime through their own fault, sometime through no fault of their own, putting themselves in danger on the water. And, you know, this is a great way to respond to that.
That's great.
And they got a deal on it. They got it secondhand. So,
but Christian wants his ride. So,
well, so I know my friend Derek is involved in this. He's like, oh yeah, we'll take you out. I'm like, okay, well,
like in the summer when it's warm, or
right? Oh yeah,
take you along on a rescue.
I don't.
In the winter time.
I do have a parka, but although the visuals for that are probably better. Like, you know, all bundled up, going out and. Or maybe they're waiting for me to volunteer for the scuba team, which would be a recipe for disaster, but who knows?
Well, we're approaching Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
What are you thankful for?
I am thankful that I can take some time off because I need a fair amount of rest. This has not been a year for downtime yet. I've got a list of movies I want to watch. I just want to hole up in my bedroom with a big screen TV for like a week. That would be ideal. So
take the phone. You don't take the phone off the hook anymore. You got to hit airplane mode. That's.
Oh, I never thought about hitting airplane mode. I'm literally sitting here and it is beeping in my pocket. It is buzzing in my pocket. And I know that it's just going to be nonsense when I actually take the time to look at it. And I will be so irritated because it'll be something that I don't need to worry about at all.
What's a must-have at the Thanksgiving table?
I am the cranberry out of the. Yeah, I am. It has to be the can-shaped cranberry sauce. My father-in-law and I have bonded over this. That is the most important thing. We actually did a Friendsgiving a couple weeks ago, and so I've already had my fill for this season that now if somebody shows up to Thanksgiving and they have the fancy cranberry, I will not turn my nose up. I'll,
Okay.
have that on Thanksgiving.
I can't say anything because when it comes to scalloped potatoes and ham, I am a canned ham.
Oh man,
the gelatin style
Right.
ham. I have to have that.
That is what would cause me to turn my nose up. So everybody's got their
thing.
weird little thing, and that is
We have cranberries too, but only from the can.
yeah.
Only because my mother-in-law eats it. I think she's almost the only one.
Yeah, she
But
and
you
I
just do
are
it.
like,
Yeah.
and it's. I think it's the least expensive item on the menu. We're there were complaints in my office about the $1.99 a pound turkey this year. Oh yeah, the turkey prices are insane. So I hope everybody's already got their bird.
Working on it.
Yeah,
Good to see you this morning.
nice to see you too.
Have a great Thanksgiving.
You too.
And all the best.